Hero's Journey. The hero's journey is a progression that the protagonist goes through that is fairly universal throughout time and culture. The first step is the call, and that is when the hero of the story is faced with a problem that they have not faced yet, which takes them out of their ordinary living and comfort zone. Two examples of the call are number one in The Karate Kid. Daniel, who is no match for Johnny and his gang of martial arts experts, tries to protect Allie at a party where she gets beaten up. And number two in The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy runs away. The second step is assistance. This is when the hero gets help and receives assistance, usually from someone older and wiser. Two examples of the assistance are number one in The Karate Kid. Mr. McGee becomes Daniel's karate teacher and mentor throughout the story. He teaches him some amazing karate. Example number two, Dorothy gets assistance from the Professor Marvel, who is later the wizard, after she ran away from the farm. She went back home because he realized by peeking in her basket that she was a runaway and that she should go home and make amends with her family. The third step is departure. This is when the hero leaves their ordinary lifestyle and faces challenges. Two examples of departure are number one in the story, The Odyssey. Odysseus leaves Troy and sails away. And number two example is when Gawain travels far and wide to places he had never been or seen. In the story, Gawain and the Green Knight.
Step 4 is trials. The trials in the story are the small changes and adventures that the hero must go through in order to succeed in their ultimate challenge. In the Odyssey, Odysseus must fight a Cyclops named Polyphemus in order for him and his crew to escape alive. Another example is the three temptations from the Lady of the Castle in Gawain and the Green Knight. The approach is step 5. The approach is when the hero confronts their enemy or is at a very dangerous place in their journey. This is shown in The Karate Kid when Daniel steps on the mat to face Johnny in the karate tournament. This is also shown when Dorothy, after seeing Oz, he tells her she must get the Wicked Witch's broom and return it to him or he will not grant their wishes. So they set off to find the Wicked Witch. The Abyss is step 6. It's the darkest time for the hero. They could have lost something important or have been severely hurt. Two examples of this are, number one, when Daniel's knee gets injured but he still faces Johnny in the tournament in The Karate Kid. Number two, when Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz gets captured by the flying monkeys. Treasure. After the hero succeeds in the main challenge, they are awarded with an object, message, or knowledge. Two examples of this are, 1. When Dorothy gets the broom after defeating the Wicked Witch of the West, and 2. When Marlin and Dory are both reunited with Nemo. Number 8 is result. It is the effect or consequences right after the main challenge. In The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy visits the Wizard of Oz again and she learns the importance of family. In Nemo, Marlin learns he has to let go of his sons and let him grow up. Number 9 is return. That is when the hero goes back to their ordinary world with their treasure or newfound knowledge. Two examples of this are when Gawain returns to Camelot, discouraged with himself. Also, in The Wizard of Oz, when Dorothy goes home with the newfound knowledge of family and by tapping her red slippers. New life. New life is when the hero returns back to their life and uses their knowledge or treasure and a changed view to make things better. In The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy apologizes to her aunt and family. And in Nemo, Marlin realizes that there's a fine line between being overprotective and being a parent. Resolution is when the hero is reborn. In The Wizard of Oz, stronger bond values of family and home. Number 2, Nemo has more freedom. Status quo. The status quo occurs in both the beginning and the end. It is the current lifestyle in their original view, but it changed since the beginning. Two examples of this are when Nemo goes back to school with a new life lesson and his special pal Squirt. In The Wizard of Oz, this is when Dorothy originally thought she would never fit in, but she always realized she was accepted.